What's going on, guys? My name is Yellow S2K, and this is some MX Simulator with DeeO. We're playing the 2016 Anaheim 1, and we're going to just talk about A1 and all the preseason stuff. My gameplay is complete shit, so close your eyes if you want, but just some fun conversation about the season. Hope you guys enjoy. Yeah. There's, yeah. There's just so much going on. It's kind of cool. It's kind of exciting, you know, the race tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of people were expecting it to be a mutter because California's gotten a lot of rain, but the track, I don't know if you saw the post on Instagram and stuff, but it's actually looking good right now. They took the tarps off and it's all dry, so I guess it just depends on tomorrow.
Yeah, if they're going to get any weather. But it was cool. I want to see the clips of Villapoto and McGrath riding it. Just to see.
Oh, yeah, right. I forgot they were going to do that like a victory lap or whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what they consider that, but yeah. This track is rough, dude. For me.
I'm really struggling. I'm like going the wrong way.
Not about the gameplay today, but I mean, obviously, we'll get to 450s later because that's, I don't know, kind of seems a little bit more exciting to me. Right off the bat with the 250s, who do you have your money on here?
I don't know about my money. I'm kind of pulling for Nelson. I just like his story, and he seems like a pretty cool dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd like to see him do well. Everyone, honestly, I mean, probably Webb, right?
Yeah.
Webb is probably going to be the guy.
Like the favorite.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to see Aldrich do good. I don't know, I'm kind of getting them mixed up again, but Savacci, it'd be cool to see him do good. I mean, I think he has potential to do well, you know? I don't know, what do you think?
Absolutely.
What do you for?
Well, I think Webb's just going to dominate it. Like, I hate to just be like that, but he's just ridiculous. You know, he's insane on the bike.
Yeah.
But much like, I don't know, I like Nelson a lot, like you said. I like his story. I've always liked his style. He's super quick. But on the same note, I really like Christian Craig for the same reason. Like how he raced and then he left and then he came back. And
yeah, at Lakewood when he killed it, like that was really cool to see him.
450.
Yeah, that was awesome. So I agree. I'm actually pulling for him, maybe even more than Nelson. But I just don't think, you know, I hope he can pull off a win or something. But I don't see him being any sort of title contender, obviously.
Yeah, not a threat really.
Yeah. But it's a kind of a shame. I hope Webb doesn't just run away with it. But it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be hard for him not to, you know. But I mean, look, it's just mistakes, you know. We'll have to see. I mean, easily.
Yeah, all it takes is one tip over in 15 laps, you know. I don't know how long the lap times will be for the pros, but let's say 120, you know, it's like
exactly.
That's not and I bet it's even shorter than that. It's probably right around a minute, but that's not a lot of time to make up.
Yeah, I know, and it's like, I mean, and for championship, it's what is it, 17 rounds this year? So it's like, is it 17?
Yeah, but for the 250s, of course, it's only half of that.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, it's 17 counting Vegas.
Okay.
Which, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that didn't matter. But yeah, I think you're right. Webb. If I had to put my money on it, but who are you pulling for? Like, I know you said Craig, but who are you pulling for? Like, who'd you love to see do well?
Zach Osborne, man. I've liked him like since he came over to Supercross after he went to the GPs and came back and did so well and got his ride, and then since then it kind of seems like he just hasn't had another groundbreaking performance, you know?
Exactly. I know it's been tough for him, but he's another one that definitely has the potential. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I think all it's going to take is just, you know, get a start, get that confidence, and then they can just run away with it. Anyone, man.
I know, especially at the beginning, you know, it's like start the season off strong, and then boom, all of a sudden you're capable of making something big happen.
Yeah, and then it's such a mental game, you know, you go into next week and Webb's like, wow, Osborne beat me, and then from there it's just kind of, I don't know. Well, I will see, it's hard to say, but then another one is Bowers, man. Like a lot of people, I haven't heard like any talk about him, and he's done so well in the past.
Yeah, I mean, look at him. I mean, obviously his arena cross stuff, but then it's like when he was battling with Hansen and stuff, right? Last year? Oh shit.
I don't remember who, honestly, man.
Yeah, wasn't it him and Hansen kind of battling, and then I don't know, but either
way,
it was
he
like he
battled
was
with Webb a lot last year.
Yeah, he did. And they obviously fought. You know, that was pretty rough. But I mean, he's pretty damn good. But he's also like one of the guys that, like, obviously he's not afraid to be pretty rough. But I think that's gonna hurt him. You know what I mean? In the long run.
Yeah, like kind of ride over his head.
Exactly. and Webb's going to be hauling ass. He's going to try to, I think he has the speed, but does he have the consistency to actually make that happen and not like get into a stupid crash in a heat or something?
Right. Yeah, and then miss the whole main just because of something dumb like that. That makes total sense.
Exactly.
All right, man. Well, I think that's about all we can say on the 250s. Just, I don't know. I don't have a ton of information. If you had any last words you wanted to put in there.
Not really, dude. I'm more pumped on the 450s, to be honest. And then we'll kind of see how the 250s develop, and then they'll create a story through the year with that, I think,
Yeah, and for me, for the 250s, I'm just excited for some of these younger guys to kind of shine, like Chris Aldridge. It's like he's been a pro for, like, has it been 2 years now, or is it just one? But it feels like he was a big name, and now we haven't seen, like, anything,
I know. And he's not still pro circuit, is he?
Dude, I did not check. I thought he was.
I haven't really followed to see what's going on with him, but
right.
Either way, it's like, yeah, that'd be really cool to see him do well. But
definitely. All right, man. So 450s.
Fucking track, man.
It's rough. I'm just like doubling stuff. It's boring.
You already lapped me. I'm just like gooning through everything. But yeah, 450s. I mean, you could take this a lot of different ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like you go through the list and it's like, okay, he could win, he could win, he could win. I think it was something like 17 or 18 factory-backed riders. Like, so if they only have, is it 20 or 22? Regardless, that many people in the field are factory supported, backed.
Oh, that's nuts, dude. That's crazy.
And it's like, so any of those guys can win, and then you look at someone like, we both know, of course, Todd Bannister, and it's like, damn, it's going to be hard for him to even make it in. Yeah, exactly.
How are you going to make a main,
Yeah, like the night show's hard enough, and then to make a main with all these guys, like, there's going to be top name guys in the LCQ, like, I'm sure of it, maybe not like a Roxon or a Dungy unless they have a huge mishap, but like, I wouldn't be surprised to see like Cole Seeley in an LCQ.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, look,
like all it takes is 2 mistakes,
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's going to end up being tough. I mean, how do you compete with that? How do you compete with, what'd you say, 22 factory?
Like 17 or 18, I think.
17, okay, so it's like, holy shit, that's insane.
Right.
But I don't know, man. I'm kind of excited. There's so many names that I'm just getting pumped on. I mean, even just like the big ones. I mean, obviously it's going to be good to have Stewart back. I hope he's able to stay healthy for the whole season. And actually like be a title contender. I hope nothing silly happens there,
like Monster Cup, crash in the first corner and just be done.
Yeah, a little small injury, or obviously hopefully nothing terrible happens, but I don't know, man. There's so many people that are going so fast right now that it's like makes you wonder, I mean, I'd like to see Cole Seeley do good. I mean, I kind of like him for some reason.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, I don't have one clear reason why I like Cole Seeley, but I do. Like, I can't explain it. It's just I want him to do well. I think it's just his style. Like, he's always been smooth, and he just looks good on a bike,
Yeah, and I think it's like, the clips of him, like, riding BMX, and, he's like that style,
And it kind of feels like these days, he's, I just case this so hard, he's the underdog, like.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, he's not a sleeper, but he's not expected to win the championship, I guess.
Yeah, but maybe a good start. And,
absolutely.
maybe a little chaos behind him. It's like, it'd be really cool to see him do well.
Yeah, and, dude.
Let's see.
I was going to say, he doesn't have the pressure. Like, he can come in and it's like, okay, I'm a top 5 guy, but that'll make him not have to worry about ripping off a win, and then when it does happen, it'll just be smooth and natural.
It'll just be like a bonus.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think there's a few people like that, really. I mean, you look at Porcel. I mean, it's like he's not. I mean, he's great at Supercross, but it's like, I mean, he's been riding pretty good. I mean,
well, that's actually like I was gonna ask you who your kind of big sleeper was, and that's mine is Porcel. I feel like not a lot of people are giving him credit. And it's like that dude is always he's always found a way to the front.
But I also think he's I need to look at his Supercross stats or whatever, but it's like I know he's definitely a really good nationals rider, and I know he's not like a slacker Supercross, but I don't know. I think he definitely has potential, especially if he gets a start. I mean, he's a guy that he could put in some pretty quick laps.
Right, absolutely. But man, all in all, for A1, I'm pulling for Roxon. He's won the past two, I think it was the past two A1s, and just
really?
yeah, and you know he's so fast, and they all are, but I don't know. I just
I could see him doing good for sure. I mean, especially with like all the interviews with saying that he's really happy and feels real healthy,
changes some
and,
stuff up and all this.
He's got his like family bullshit figured out. But one thing I haven't heard anything about, he was having all those suspension problems and just getting used to the bike and complaining about the suspension all through nationals. It's like I haven't really heard anybody talk to him about that. Like, how is it feeling now? I mean, he's just said like the bike feels good, but you know what I mean? It's like, I don't think he's gonna say it feels I'm having issues, because it's like a confidence thing. It's like I don't know. I just wonder. I wonder what that's really like, because all the issues last through outdoors.
Definitely.
But I don't know.
We'll see. I mean, he had it figured out at Monster Cup.
That's true. That's true.
But then speaking of Monster Cup, it's like you have Trey Kennard, who should be coming in healthy now, and he had a great Monster Cup didn't he? And then I don't remember. Maybe not this year. I don't remember. They all blend together.
I know. There's so much, but all I know is Trey Kennard has had crazy speed. I always relate things just because I know it's good conversation for me and you, but I mean, look at him at Thunder Valley. It was like, holy shit! Like, what happened to Trey Kennard? Like, and then all through the nationals. I mean, for the most part, I mean, it's like, man, this guy is just hauling ass now.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think he could come in real hot, and I mean, obviously Dungey.
Yeah, that's like
his last year's champion. But like I read something and it got me thinking. Dungey seems to have found more speed. Do you agree with that? Like he clicked another gear?
For sure. I think he's always been. I mean, he's always been fast, but he's always been like just more of that obvious, consistent, like take it back a notch, not push it. But it's like I mean, look at outdoors. It's like I don't know, man. He's found something extra, and he's still consistent. It's like holy shit. How do you do that?
That's exactly what I had read. He's always been consistent, and now he has this extra speed, and it's kind of like, is the speed going to now get the best of him, and can he continue to be consistent, or is now that he's quicker, will he begin hitting the deck?
I know. Like, I mean, think of him battling with Stewart when Stewart's hauling ass.
Can he maintain that speed and composure?
Exactly.
It's like
I mean, it's hard to bet against the guy. That's
absolutely.
It's like I want to say it's like, man, I think he might have some issues this year, but it's like, man, how can you say that? Like, I mean, look, he's just so consistent. So, I mean, Jesus, I mean, how do you bet against that guy? So, I don't know. So he's the obvious kind of favorite. I mean, defending champion, right? So,
yeah.
But I don't know. There's just too many names out there that can take wins, but as far as championship contenders, who do you think? I mean, wins, you got, I mean, hell, I mean, Chad Reed can pull off a win. Obviously, he's probably not a championship contender, but, I mean, stranger things have happened, I guess, but.
So for championships, I'd say Roxon, Dungey, I think Tomac.
We haven't even mentioned Tomac.
Yeah, we haven't even said a word about him. What did I say? I don't know, man.
I mean, I'm pulling for Tomac. I would.
Right,
there's nothing. No one I would rather see win than Tomac, to be honest with you. Especially with how his nationals went. But it's like, I mean, obviously his nationals didn't go great with the crash. But I mean, Jesus, the amount that he was winning by. I mean, obviously that's nationals. But it's like, I would love to see him do well. But I don't know. With his injury, it's like there's no way he's coming back 100%. I mean, no matter what they say.
He doesn't have the gate drops that everyone just had too.
Yeah, I mean, so it's going to be hard for him. But it's like, he has so much speed that it's like, who knows, man?
There's someone else in this room.
Oh, really?
But yeah, I mean, you just can't count him out because he can just freaking click sixth gear and be gone,
Exactly, and it's one of those things. It's like he's the kind of guy. It's like, again, if he gets a whole shot, or say he wins A1, just he gets a whole shot and does well, and it's like boom, all of a sudden he's ready to rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, man, what is going to happen with Stewart? I mean, you got Reed trying to just throw shit in there. I mean, these just big names from the sport where it's like, what is going to happen, man? There's just so many options,
Dude, absolutely.
I'd like to see Anderson do well.
Yep.
I'm kind of pulling for him.
I think that Muscan can do really well his first year on the 450.
I think so, too. I think he's going to be I could see him getting definitely a top 5 A1.
I guess
maybe even a podium.
Right. I guess he broke his wrist in the off season though, or I don't
Wasn't
really
that from the
remember
Thunder Valley crash though? Wasn't that like just remnants
Oh,
from
yeah.
that? I think it was.
Probably.
Did you see that when that happened? By the way, when he was
No.
like rolling down the hill.
I
He just-
feel
his
like I
bike
was like
flipped and
with
shit.
you when it happened, but I didn't actually see it. I saw him
Yeah,
down.
maybe. Yeah, but I mean that was a big deal, and I think that's what that's from, dude. I think it's still
Oh,
like
really?
remnants from that crash.
Could be. I don't know. All I've heard is that he's not completely 100%, but I'm still not counting him out. Like, he's still going to come out
Dude, I
firing.
think
you know?
with his style on a 450, it's like I think he could, maybe not this year, but you know, I mean, he could potentially
Yeah.
be a big threat, you know.
Oh man, and on the KTM team with DeCoster, like absolutely.
Yeah, I mean that's a solid combination, you know. And he's got Dungey there, like I mean,
Right.
what a good program, you know.
Absolutely.
One person we haven't mentioned is Millsaps. I don't necessarily. I mean, he definitely has Supercross speed, but I wonder how he's going to do on the DeeO KTM.
KTM, yeah, he's been off for a while.
I know.
With all that crap last year.
Epstein bar or whatever. But it's like.
Well, and he got kicked off Team
Monster.
Cali last year.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what to expect from him. I mean, I expect him to be a, you know, top 8, you know, with this stacked field.
Exactly.
But then also, it's like he gets a good start, and boom. I mean, he could get some podiums, and I don't see him. Do you see him winning races? I mean, winning a race?
don't know.
I don't either. You know. Obviously, it's
But I mean,
possible.
stranger things have happened in Supercross. So.
Yeah, so it's like that could happen, but I could see him just being a little bit of a backmarker. It's kind of a shame that Short won't be around.
I know, man.
Especially
Hopefully
for
he
his
can
last
heal up
season.
and come. Yeah.
You know, so,
Well, man, I guess one other person we haven't really talked about would be Stewart. We've mentioned him on and off, but haven't like focused on him. Do
Yeah.
you think? I don't see him as a championship threat, sadly, just because
it's
it's
hard.
past.
I know. I mean, it definitely could happen. You know, I mean, I'm interested to see how he comes into A1. If he doesn't, I don't know. It depends on what James Stewart. You know, it's like obviously
Right.
me and you have talked, and it's like people hate on him, and it's like, but look, the 24-0. It's like, dude, the guy can be consistent and he can make stuff
Right.
happen, but it's like, I mean,
Just
he hasn't shown that in the last few years. So it's like, what are we gonna get? You know, is he gonna try to be consistent, get some points, and then
Yeah,
later
will
in
he
the
finally
season
be
start
mature?
winning? You know, I mean,
Right.
it's like, and then all of a sudden, it's like he could be there. I'd have to agree with you. I don't see him winning the championship. I mean, that's just with all these names. It's like, I don't know, but I think he's definitely gonna, at the very least, he's really gonna affect the overall outcome of what's gonna happen in the championship.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, he's gonna dice stuff up.
Exactly, man. I mean, who better to dice things up than Stewart? You know, it's like that's I think his role in this championship. And then obviously he's gonna get some wins. I mean, if he doesn't get a few wins, or a couple of wins at least, I'm gonna be very surprised.
Yeah, completely shocked.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, that's again, I think he's gonna be another race winner, but not a championship contender.
Yeah, totally agree, man. Well, anything else? Any other people you want to mention? I don't have anyone.
I'm sure we're missing maybe some obvious ones, you know, usually are, but I'm pulling for Tomac. I'd like to see Nelson do good 250s. Those are kind of my heart picks, but I think you're right. I mean, I think for 450, I think Roxon is definitely someone you can count in for the championship.
Oh yeah.
Obviously Roxon and Dungey, and then 250. How can you go against Webb?
Yeah.
Kinda
I agree, man. Like, yeah, I want to see Tomac and, like I said, I guess Christian Craig, though I don't believe that he'd be championship contender, but those are my heart picks, I guess.
Yeah.
But my realistic picks are going to be Webb and Roxon.
Yeah. I think you're right, and I mean, it all depends on, is this going to be another consistent season for Dungey?
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
I mean, and if he has any hiccups, it's like it really opens up the bar, you know, because that's for the most part what he depends on. But we're talking about his added speed and who knows what else. But I'd like to see Roxon make it happen, to be honest. I mean, I think that'd be really good for him. It'd be really cool to see him, and for RCH, I think it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, I guess that's it. So definitely, you guys let us know what you thought about this, like pre-season, pre-race talk. I don't know if we do this for every race or if we do post-race. I don't know, but don't judge us too harshly on the gameplay.
Yeah, don't, especially me, dude. I haven't. This has been rough, but
Yeah, this isn't good. But thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, definitely hit that like button. And I guess we will see you after A1. Any closing words, Yellow?
No. Tomac.
All right. That's right. Well, all right, guys. Until next time, take it easy. If it's easy, take it twice as I crash into Yellow.
Yep.
And we'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.